Good afternoon, color adventurers. I'm Mia Luyando with Badass Art. We're back today working on another water reflection video. We are still in the Dragonfly Dreams book. There's a lot of little puddles and pools and swamps and marshes in this book, so I thought it was only appropriate to work on some water. I came in earlier and worked on the foreground here, and all I did was just go in with some different color greens and just make some little slashes and X's. There's nothing that's very fancy in here. I just wanted to kind of build up the foreground. And if that's something that you're interested in watching in another video, I'm more than happy to do that. But basically, I just kind of came in and kind of, went around and added some tall grasses and different weeds and things that you might find around a kind of like a little boggy marsh. But we talked in our last video about how we want to make the grayscale work for us, and we still really want to do that. We don't have to color every square inch of the picture. We're dealing with the shadow work being done. So over here we have some little lily pads, and we're going to go in, and we're using our Faber Castell Black Edition. These are the super soft, and they're exactly the same. This is number 777, and I'm going to go in here and just kind of color in, not the entire thing, but just the darker, shadowy side. And giving that the brighter part of the color. I'm going to add a little bit back here. Reflections in water are really strategically placed. You want it here and there, but not solid. You don't ever want it to be a solid thing. And the reflections are bright, when you see it touch the top of the water, it looks almost white or blinding. So, you definitely want to remember that when you're laying down your color. I'm going to get like a deeper army green. This is number 760. I'm kind of coming back here again, doing the same thing. Just a touch here and there, especially around this land line where the water meets the land. Kind of doing the same thing right in here. And this one, 766, that might be a little too dark. I want something with a little more yellow in it. Number 779. I'm going to come out here where there's a lot more light, where the water seems brighter. And where this light area is. And just strategically, and see how far back I'm holding the pencil. When you hold it really far back like that, it's almost impossible to add too much pressure to the pencil. And I do that when I want to just lightly touch it. I don't want to mess myself up and make the color too intense. I just kind of, touch here and there. And this is really the reflection of the foliage that's around the water. You don't see, something specific, like right here, it's probably a reflection of this, but we're not, making it so obvious that you know exactly what it is. So just the suggestion of things is sometimes a more powerful thing in our mind than we realize. brain just sort of is like, oh yeah, I know what that is. This is where things kind of get interesting for me. When we're going over this really dark area, and again, Amazon printed this book for me a little too, well, not a little too, way too dark, but I decided to keep it. I didn't want to wait. I'm going to make some little ripples in this water. And by doing that, I'm just kind of, just sort of wandering through this dark area. And I want to make the other side of these little lily pads a little stronger. And if you want to make a little, little suggestions of movement, and this is definitely where you do it. And you don't have to do this. This is just what I'm doing. I'm going to go back to this darker army green, number 760. And when you back up, you can definitely see that the water has movement. It has touches of color. We have 3 or 4 different colors in there. We can see the definite separation of water to land. And we haven't interrupted any of the foliage at all. And now we're free to go ahead and work on our flowers and on our subject. Not everybody does the background first. I usually do the background last, but in this video I wanted this to be the focus so that you could definitely see this and nothing else. And this was just the focus of the tutorial. You can go in and touch up these colors like this yellow, number 701. You can add little touches here and there to your background. Every little bit that you add makes it look more realistic. When you're walking through a field of flowers or weeds or whatever, you see a lot of different shades and different colors, and they're going in different directions. And that's just nature. So it stands to reason that if you add those sorts of things in your coloring, it's going to make it look that much more real. I guess the trick to it is knowing when to stop. I'm going to add this brown, number 786. It's kind of a natural, sort of an earthy color. And I'm just kind of touching here and there. Okay then, I think we have some, definitely have some natural looking water here. And if you have any questions, just jot them in the comments below. Or if you have any requests for other things, definitely let me know. We'll be working on some flowers and some wings and probably some more eyes. But if you've enjoyed this tutorial, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you get notification each time I post something new. And I hope that you guys are having a great day. See you tomorrow.